Hey, good morning, everyone. My name is Ash Shukla, and I just wanted to let you know, thank you so much, for being here today. And today I'm recording day number 3 for what what transpired in my challenge that I'm taking on, guys. And it was absolutely interesting yesterday. What happened? So what ended up happening yesterday was and I woke up in the morning. I did my manifestations. I do a group manifestation early in the morning at 8, and later on in the evening at 8:30, with a group. And as I was facilitating the manifestations, and after I was done, and I did my live stream, obviously, and then I ended up going on some appointments. And the goal was yesterday was to book 3 appointments. And guess what, guys? For the first, I can say double happiness, because I was not able to book, my appointments yesterday. I wasn't able to complete. And one of my motto is that whenever something doesn't go the way I planned or the way I expect, right? I basically do this thing called double happiness. Okay, so those of you who are watching, that might be helpful for you to really take that in, because as we are doing this on a daily basis, and as I'm going live on a daily basis, of course I went live for the first time yesterday, and this is my second live that I'm going. You are going to discover, at least I'm discovering every single day something new. Okay, so one of the day before yesterday, I was noticing that I was constantly sitting in a certain place, right? So, and when I sit in that place, I was having a challenge, and the challenge was I would get distracted. So I changed my spot, and instead of sitting, now I just stand. I have my self a standing desk, and I raised it up all the way. And now, the second challenge came, right? I got so busy because today we are traveling to and things of that nature. But needless to say, we got busy and doing things. Okay, so. From my point of view, so as i'm as I'm doing this and building this out, and talking to you guys about what's going on, like if you look at the amount of things that go on, right? Like, even as I'm talking, to distractions happen all the time as we are doing things. Okay, now the question is that, what can we do to make things work for ourselves? And I wanted to talk to you guys about one of the person, right after my manifestations and all that. I was talking to somebody, and it was very interesting because it was an appointment I had set before, and this particular person started. They came on Zoom with me, and we started having conversations, right? And obviously, I'm asking them. It's my habit to always ask them, "What do you do?" First. So when I'm asking them, they are actually coming back and saying to me, "Hey, I can do this, and I can do that, and I can do this, and I can do that, and I can do this, and I can do that, and I can do this, and I can do that, and I can do this, and I can do that," and that kind of went on. Now, if you're watching this, by the way, you can comment below that that's actually not the way to have a meaningful conversation, right? When it comes to truly getting your point across and making a transaction. Like, I want to know, like, how many of you sometimes you do this, because we all do this, right? So at some point in time we have done this, that we want to offer, but we don't stop to listen to the other person. Okay, so the first thing is, in my book, is that I like to ask the question and just wait, uh, in terms of a listening is concerned, so I can hear what the person is saying. And if you're gonna make sales, guys, and if you're gonna really grow your business, okay, one of the most important things is to just learn to listen, right? And don't talk too much, because when you are doing things, and you have to be in front of, like, the right prospects, and offer that prospect, and go ahead of time, be prepared, and know what you can offer. Okay, in terms of what would be a good fit for them. Like, so whether it's a partnership or whether you are making an offer, one of the two is going on. Now what transpires typically is most people would go on an appointment, and there's no real, like, a straight shot. Like, I have a client of mine, she's like, I'm gonna go meet these people, and she keeps on meeting the people who does same thing she does. The problem there you run into is that you both do the same thing. There's no collaborative opportunity potentially, and there is no sale because you both do the exactly same thing, right? So you want to find your like your market, and then keep it stupid simple. Like, stupid simple. Most people complicate building out whatever they're trying to build out. In my keeping it simple, when you hear it, on the 90th day, I will announce it. It's so ridiculously simple, right? In my opinion, whatever simple is for you. Maybe it's the webinar, maybe it's the masterclass, maybe it's a networking event, maybe you go to networking events, maybe you do ads, maybe you do lead gen, from maybe you get somebody to get you a lead gen, right? If you're a marketer, you already know how to do a lead gen. Whatever works for you, but keep it simple. The second thing I've learned so far, yesterday or last couple of days, is focus. Right, focus on the meeting. When you are meeting somebody, an ideal prospect, make sure you focus. Because when you focus and you listen and you improve your intuition, right, by improving your visualization, right, auditory and kinesthetic learning. And when you do that, you will improve your intuition. And when you improve your intuition, what will end up happening, what I found ends up happening, is you really hear the person. Like this person yesterday, who kept on talking the whole time, they were having hard time articulating to me what they do, because they have so many things that they offer, right? What's the one thing that, like, I'm a holistic business consultant, and that's what I offer. I teach people how to grow their businesses in to either a holistic minded entrepreneur or to a financial professional, because of my background. I was a financial planner for 27 years, and that's the reason I choose this. And as you can see, my brand, Financial Chakras, right? My main mission is to help people build wealth, period. Now, in a different way, using a business and other things, right? But I'm clear on my objective. So when you are clear on your objective, and more importantly, you are listening to the person, really listening to the person from your heart in the right way, you get to hear what they are saying. So this particular person yesterday was screaming and telling me in their back of their mind, I need help, right? I need help in marketing. I need help in reaching out to more people, and I need help in closing bigger deals. And I'm struggling. Ash, can you help me? This was a internal dialogue going on, and surely enough, I invited her to my I do a daily mastermind group from 4 to 5 every single day, and I invited her in. And I said, look, why don't you come in and take a look, just see, and let's see what we can do, right? So I talked to her, and literally yesterday, I found out that she's working with obviously she's working with multiple MLM groups, and that's what she told me. But one of the MLM groups, actually has a pretty good niche we can focus in on. And we discovered that there's actually high ticket items that she can offer to a particular audience, right? And now all of a sudden, she has a potential for growing that business, right? So when you are looking at this, right, you have to really heartfelt listening has to be done. Okay. Now, when you are meeting people, right, when you're meeting people, stay on your path. Okay, stay focused. Don't let other people drive their agenda towards you, because it will be a crucial point that most people um, do not have a clear agenda, right? My agenda is very clear, is to help somebody, period. Which way I'm going to help, that comes out later, but my goal is to help. That's it. Okay. And so when you're focusing, Okay, that's the first thing. The second thing that I would really encourage you to do is to, when you are doing this, be consistent. Whatever the simplest activity you have chosen, be consistent, stay on the path, don't don't derail. Like this, my live streams, right? As I'm doing them, I was actually honestly debating, a while back, and I was thinking, okay, do I really want to do this every single day, right? And that's one of my commitments that I made to myself. And then, I was asking myself, okay, how should I be dressed, and how should I appeal to a broader audience? And then as I was going through my own, journey, if you will. And one thing I decided that, I think it's important for me to have a good brand. I already have a good brand, and I need to make sure that I represent that, right, to my right fit audience. Okay, now, obviously this brand has, every good brand has attraction and repelling in a good way. Okay, now, so that being said, my friends, it is so crucial to take a time take your time for a minute, and make sure that you are, connecting to your right audience in the right way. Okay, now, no matter what happens, the third lesson I learned yesterday was keep it moving. Because what happened yesterday was, I kept on moving, and there was an old prospect that came on board. And they actually, this was like towards the end of the day, because I was, like, I had a long day. I wake up around 4 in the morning, I go to bed around like 9:30, 10 o'clock at night, and I'm working most of the day. And then in between, I was like, exhausted. I had so many meetings yesterday, but nothing was really quite gelling the way it should. And at one point I was like, double happiness, just like I would be doing, or I should do, right? So what transpired is that, I was thinking about somebody. I said, okay, let me think about something, and let's get a win in the door for the day, right? Because when you look at things like the way they are, and not interpret them in a different way, you get to have a freedom of thinking with clarity. So, what ended up happening was, I was talking to a potential prospect from the past. They have been my clients before, and basically they were very happy. And what ended up happening is they came on board again, and now I'm about to, have a new deal, work out with them. And so, count on negative things as your blessings, and also positive things as your blessings, is the biggest lesson that I took away from yesterday, right? Because, like, most of the time we only want to see the positive, and that's what we want to count as a blessing. But at the end of the day, gratitude is so crucial on both sides, when something is not going right, and when something is going right, in both end of the bargain. And I want to ask you, like, if as you are watching this, you go ahead and comment here below, what type of practices do you guys follow? Would love to know that. Okay, so, guys, like, most of the time, okay, you're gonna find yourself, when you're doing challenges like this, or, maybe you're doing some other challenge. And by the way, I'd love to know what kind of challenges you guys are doing in the comments, comments below. So, as the challenges are going on, whatever challenges you are facing, right, or whatever challenge you're doing in the business. Okay, so, when you're doing this, there's going to be a journey. And the question is, what is the journey? Like, somebody told me a couple of days ago, they're like, Ash, if you're doing this, you might as well document it. And I'm like, okay, how do I document it? And I was thinking about that, and I was gonna actually at one point going to take my phone and record myself, and then upload all the videos and do the normal thing, right? That everybody else does. And I chose to do something different. I chose to just do live stream, and on a multiple platforms, and just let it be. Not good or bad, it just is, right? So, in my opinion, the simpler you keep something, the longer you can do it. Many times we complicate things, and I find it, at least for me, complex is cumbersome and doesn't really go anywhere. For me, simplicity makes all the difference that needs to be made. So with that in mind, my friends, I want to just share this journey today from yesterday as to exactly what transpired. And it was such a busy day. We were doing some stuff, personally, with my wife and my daughter. Like we were planning for some stuff and things like that. And on top of that, having the day of a busy day, really added to the arsenal. But thanks to my community, thanks to the people that I serve, I absolutely love them, right? Thanks to you guys, who is here, like whether just because you're connected with me, it gives me the inspiration to go live and at least let you know. Because can you imagine if there was nobody, like I had no followers or no likes on any of my social media platforms, to a motivation to go live like this would be quite low, right? So I'm just thankful that I am able to go live, and I'm just thankful to have all of you in part of my life, right? And make sure you like or subscribe or comment below. Would love that. And love to get in conversation, right? Basically, so thank you so much for joining me today for this live. And my lesson for today is be thankful on both sides. Be thankful when some things go right, and be thankful when some things go wrong. So in both hands, right? One of the key takeaways I'll tell you, one of the things I do every day is 10 random gratitudes. Okay, that's my little gift for you today. If you just do 10 random gratitudes in the morning and 10 random gratitudes in the evening, it will help you in so many different ways. It will help you get rid of like any kind of anxiety that you have, potentially help you with your sleeplessness. If you can't fall asleep, actually it works for me every time. I'll do 10 random gratitudes. Like I'll be in the bed and I'll just say, thank you universe for the bed. Thank you universe for my pillow. Thank you universe for my for for my lamp, right? Thank you universe for my wife, right, next to me. Thank you universe for my daughter. Thank you universe for my dog, right? Thank you universe for, so thank you universe for something, but completely random. And every time I do that, 10 of them, I fall right back asleep. So hopefully that helps you, my friend. But thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate you. Make sure you like, comment, or subscribe below. And I would love to conversate with you tomorrow when I go live again. Thank you. Love you so much. Namaste. And see you tomorrow.